Arizona, homeowner's best friend.
In the hydroponic, I mean, I've got a nutrient solution that we've used for years that we'd kind of make ourselves, but you got to kind of get the raw materials in order to get it to work. You want me to share that with you just so you kind of get a good idea?
Run me through it.
If I've got a 10-gallon tank, and I'm going to put that in there, so I've got my 10 gallons of water. Preferably that water is going to be dechlorinated. So I've already got a chlorinated filter. I'm making sure that it's aerated, and so I've got the water in as dechlorinated state as I can.
So if somebody has a whole house water treatment system, is that good enough?
That's good. That's great. And then we're adding 2 teaspoons of ammonium phosphate, 4.5 teaspoons of calcium nitrate, 4 teaspoons of potassium nitrate, and 4 teaspoons of magnesium sulfate, which is a lot of chemical, but these are naturally derived chemicals, and you can get them, especially if you have a hydroponic store. They'll probably already have a lot of this as pre-mixed that you then put into your water, mix it per gallon kind of thing. But this is kind of the basics, and it helps make everything work. And then you just have to keep testing the pH, make sure your pH stays around 6, and your system's going to continue to work. Now, you might have to refresh that about once every month or 2. It's really, you look at the plants, how are they doing? If they're looking great, you're fine. If they start wilting a little bit or getting some decoloration, then you want to refresh the nutrient. I can take that nutrient solution, whatever remains, take it out to my outdoor plants, water them. It's got a lot of good nutrient for them, and then just refresh my entire base.
And by that, you mean just bringing in a whole new 10 gallons of water?
Whole new 10 gallons of water, start the whole system over again. And if they're moving really fast, especially if I'm growing fruits, then I'm going to be replacing that at least every month. I'm going to keep recycling that system, taking the excess, taking it outside, watering some of my other plants and vegetables, and then restarting the system. And then on hand, I'll have baking soda and white wine vinegar. Baking soda, if I get a little too low, if I'm getting below 6 on my pH, I'm going to add a little baking soda to the system until I can balance the system out. Or there's also buffers that you can get, and there's liquid buffers and there's granular buffers that keep the pH right at 6. And they're a salt buffer, and that's another way that you can do that too. You just want to be careful on the type of salt, so you want to get it from a hydroponic type source, and that the salts or the types that are going to be like phosphate-based salts and stuff like that are usually better, because that's also more beneficial to your plant as well.
Rosie on the house, every Arizona homeowner's best friend.